Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. This is exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen show on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook. We talk all things Van Halen news. Big news today in the world of Van Halen. Sammy Hagar has announced a 2024 tour called The Best of All Worlds. We will talk about that tonight. So you guys, make sure to smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, please. If you're watching on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Seriously, come on over to YouTube. All right, there we go. We're on Facebook. All right, you guys, here we go. Johnny Bean TV, exclusively Van Halen. Here we go.
Oh, hi. I see somebody.
Hey, this is Johnny. Can you hear me?
Johnny.
Hey. Hey, hey, good man. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Cool. Sammy.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi,
you want to film? You can film all you want, man.
Hey,
what do you want me to tell you in that camera? Hey, happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks. I'm Johnny Bean. I've met you a few times.
Johnny Bean?
Johnny Bean.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Johnny Bean. Sammy Hagar here, man. Congratulations.
There you go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Thank you. Hey, what's up, dudes? Johnny Bean here. Ron Gunner here. Exclusively Van Halen. There he is. He's over there. This is, you guys, this is the Van Halen show, you guys. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X sometimes. Eventually we'll be live on TikTok as well. But if you like Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. So make sure to smash that subscribe button. And we're actually looking to get to 10,800 YouTube subscribers. So we can do it, you guys. We can do that. So smash that subscribe, smash that thumbs up. And let's do this right. Let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Bean TV YouTube channel. Channel membership. It's the way you can help support the channel and support these shows. The top tier, they are executive producers, and they are currently Sherman Callahan, 40 Grit, Michael B. Live, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Rhabs, Warlag, Patty Dill, Fairfield Guitar Co., Majestic PB&J Cat, Guitarman 45, and Janice Lala, the intern. You guys, executive producers, channel members, become a channel member. Click the join button below. You get your name in green in the chat, like the Axe, like Music Therapy Laz, like Janice Lala, like all the people with names in green in the chat. They're helping support the channel and support these shows. But if you'd like to help support in other ways, Super Chats is the way you can help support the channel. And here on this channel, and only on this channel, Super Chats change the color of my lights. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, like, Johnny, what are you talking about? This is called the Guitar Noir. These lights magically change while we are live. So while we are live, if you'd like to change those lights, get our attention, you can do so by dropping a Super Chat. Very easy. It goes back into the show. It helps the production of the show. I mean, it's only been like 9 years of doing these shows, so things are getting better around here. Like we have Ron Gunner.
Thank you.
Fretworks Guitar Repair.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, man, how are you?
I am doing fine. I'm excited about this show because they're coming to Ohio 2 times.
No way.
Yes.
Are you going to go both times?
I don't know about both. I'll hit one of them. One's up by the Cleveland area and one's in Cincinnati.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So,
yeah.
Axe.
Yo, what's up, dudes? Yeah. Laz. So William De Silva. Dwight Bailey. What's up, man? So, hey, you guys, let's get... Oh, by the way, we'll have a guest. We'll have a special guest earlier talking about something very, very... Another big news story. It kind of dropped a couple days ago. I talked about it on the Sunday night show. But we have a special guest joining us in about an hour-ish, maybe 40 minutes. So, but until then, we will talk about the pretty big... I mean, this is huge. This is huge. I mean, this really is. This is the Van Halen tribute that everybody's been asking for. And yeah, I see you guys on Facebook complaining. You know, I see all you guitar players complaining about it. Well, hey, you know, this is, you know, I mean, these guys are the real deal. So we'll be talking about this in a second. But first,
you need a channel ID from Jason now.
I do. We got to get one.
Then you'd have the whole lineup right there.
I'll get one. Dude, I'll get one. I'll definitely get one.
I have no doubt that you will.
Yeah. Yeah. But first, you guys, what else do we normally do here? We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. Yeah, we're live on Twitch now, you guys. It's awesome. Watch from Twitch. Say hi in the chat. We're live on Facebook. Johnny Bean Pages is where you have Facebook stars. You can help support the channel. We're live in the exclusively Van Halen group. So if you guys like Van Halen, this is the channel on YouTube, the exclusively Van Halen group on Facebook. That is the group you want to join. We have 63,000 members. We're live in the EVH Gear Fans Live group, EVH Gear Fans Live page, Johnny Bean TV group. We're not live on Twitch or Twitter at the moment, but I think eventually we will be. And this is a podcast on Spotify, so you can listen to all these shows on Spotify. You can actually follow us everywhere. We're on, let's see, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on Spotify, we're on Lemonade, we're on Cameo. If you'd like a special shout out for your brand or business or show or whatever, hit me up on Cameo. We're on Mastodon, we're on Amazon Influencers, we're pretty much everywhere there is. Exclamation point link in the chat. There you go. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think that's all the announcements for now. Okay, so you guys... This is huge, you guys. I keep telling you guys, this is very big news. And Sammy Hagar has announced. He was on Howard Stern. I believe it was this morning. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today. It might have been recorded yesterday or this morning. But it's been replaying all day. People are messaging me left and right about it, saying, hey, did you see it? Did you see it? Unfortunately, I don't have Sirius Radio, so I did not get to hear it. But a lot of people are telling me about it. They're giving me a lot of the highlights, and I've got some of that stuff here. I did get to see some of the clips on YouTube. The Stern Show is dropping some of those clips, so I did see some of that stuff. But if you're just waking up, good morning. And also, Sammy Hagar has announced a 2024 tour called The Best of All Worlds, featuring Joe Satriani, featuring Michael Anthony, featuring Jason Bonham. So... It's really, it's another super group, right?
True.
That's what it is. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, Chickenfoot. You know, it is. It's Chickenfoot, but without Will Ferrell. What was his name?
What do you think of the opening act they picked?
Loverboy?
Yeah.
Right? That's cool.
Yep. I don't know if it fits with that, though.
What? They got the hits.
They
got the hits.
How many of the original guys are still in Loverboy?
Probably at least a couple few. Maybe. I don't know. Janice, send us a tweet. Tag us in a tweet to figure out who is still in Loverboy. I'm not sure. I think there's at least a couple few that are still around. They got the hit songs. I think it's a great choice. And let me just say right off the bat, I think Satriani is the choice for this. I see you guys on Facebook moaning and groaning. Oh, they should have got so-and-so. Oh, they should have got, you know, somebody else. I don't know. You know, whatever. I mean, Satriani's the real deal. And this goes full circle because of Chickenfoot. And before you guys complain, because I know you guys will, and you guys are, and that's fine. Okay? If you got, complain all you want. Satriani is Joe Satriani. And I don't want to see some guy up there in tights acting like Eddie Van Halen. No. That's the last thing I want to see. If somebody's going to be up there paying tribute to Edward Van Halen, it's going to be a name, and Satriani is a name.
I mean, the guy taught Steve Vai how to play.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's a good segue. Hey, good. Yeah, he taught this guy.
Johnny. Hey,
Huh?
Johnny. I'm over here.
What?
I'm over here.
Where?
Over here, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. How you doing? This is Steve.
Hey, Steve. Your guitar teacher is on tour. Is going to be on tour. He also, Satriani, he also taught this guy, too, who is a good friend of mine.
Hi, this is Alex Skolnick, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Alex
Alex is a beast.
Alex is awesome.
I've been
Alex
a fan
is
of
awesome.
Testaments since they started.
Yeah. They're from here. Well, not Santa Cruz, but Berkeley, California. I mean, they're definitely one of those bands from the area. Actually, Satriani, when they were on Stern, again, was it this morning or was it yesterday? I'm thinking it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Stern was asking Satriani. He's like, wait a minute, you taught Kirk Hammett. And then Kirk Hammett goes on to join Metallica, and how come you weren't like, well, I should have been in that band. Satriani should have been in Metallica. Like, he was the teacher, right? And then Satriani goes on to say how well, all his students that he taught, they went on, a lot of them went on to have a lot of successes, like Skolnick with Testament, Hammett with Metallica. I know there's several other ones. There's some that I personally know as well, being from the Berkeley, California area. I've known people over the years that did take lessons from Satriani. But Satriani was basically saying how, hey, any student of his that got, a good gig, that was a win for the community. So he was proud. He was proud of them. Vai went on to Frank Zappa, and then David Lee Roth, Whitesnake. Yep. All that stuff. So that's awesome, huh? Larry from Primus, Matt's Tuba U was saying. I knew I'd worked on a guy's guitar at the shop in Berkeley, a guy that played with he didn't play with Primus, but he played with Les Claypool. I remember I fixed the guy's guitar. I can't think of what his name was. It was like the Frog Brigade or something. Do you know your Primus?
Don't know.
It was called something Frog Brigade, and this guy was the guitar player in that. It was very cool. But
He also taught Niley Borsch, or Nilly Borsch. He taught her too.
Oh,
her
cool.
and Steve Vai, and she took lessons from Steve too. Then she
cool.
shared a stage with both of them. So.
I said hi to her one time on a stream.
Really?
One of these. I'm like, hey, hi. I'm like, hey, we're Facebook friends. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, what do you guys think in the comments live? We have live comments over here. We have comments down there on Facebook. We're on Twitch. There's comments over there. What do you guys think? Because like I said, there's a lot of boomers bitching about Satriani playing guitar in this thing.
Well, who are they going to get? You can't get Eddie, right? I mean, you can't get him.
There isn't
Yeah,
another
that's
Eddie.
what I mean.
There's none.
So, if they want, I don't know who you'd get. I mean, the only other person would be Wolfie. And he wouldn't want to do it because he wouldn't want to play his dad's stuff. So,
Nah, he's
what's the
doing his
next
own
best
stuff.
thing? Yeah, the next best thing is Satch.
He's doing his own stuff, and like I said, this takes it back full circle with Chickenfoot, because the band basically is Chickenfoot minus Chili Peppers drummer. What's his name?
I can't think of it.
What's his name? I can't think of his name. Chili Pepper. Anyway. Actually, when I saw Chickenfoot in San Francisco, it wasn't even him. It was Chad Smith, MPN. Thank you. Yeah, they're basically Chickenfoot without Chad Smith, and then who was the guy that replaced him when I saw them in San Francisco? The guy that used to play with he was on all the records. He played with Mellencamp. He's a studio guy. What's his name? Anyway, when I saw Chickenfoot in San Francisco, he was playing drums with them. Yeah, Kenny Aronoff. Thank you, Coots. Thank you. Yeah, Kenny Aronoff. So it's basically Chickenfoot. So I'm actually very excited about this because, like I said, Chickenfoot was a great band. And so they'll be going out. They'll be playing a lot of Van Halen. They'll be playing some of the Sammy stuff. But basically, this is the Van Halen tribute. This is the Edward Van Halen tribute tour.
Yeah, I think that Sammy said they were going to do like 5 or 6 of his songs, and then they were going to get into the Van Halen stuff and the popular stuff, and then even get into some of the deep cut stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I read that he said they haven't played some of these songs since '04, so it'll be 20 years.
Right. Yeah, he had said it'll be 20 years since the 04 tour. Where was that? I actually saw online. Oh, let's actually do this. Let's actually go while we're talking about this. Let's go over here. I saw online like almost like the set list of what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
And maybe they'll actually show it here. How do we? Let's go over here. Here we go. Van Halen news desk. Okay. Sammy Hagar announces Best of All Worlds tour with Joe Satriani. There's the promo video right there. And I saw a photo that actually had like a whole list of the songs. It's probably not all the songs, but a lot of them. At the bottom of the tour poster flyer. Michael, can you text that to me, please? There's my number on the screen, 415-952-3263. Can you text me the flyer that had all the songs on it? 'Cause yeah, I saw that earlier today. Okay, there we go. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Sammy Hagar is embarking on the long-awaited The Best of All Worlds 2024 tour. Hagar will be joined by rock heavyweights and longtime bandmates Michael Anthony, Jason Bonham, and revealed today on Howard Stern's show, Joe Satriani, one of the best guitar players in the world. Oh, he's definitely one of the best.
I agree with that statement.
I mean, he's Joe Satriani.
Yeah.
I mean, he is like another Eddie Van Halen. And Eddie himself had said in a Guitar World interview back in the 90s, I think it was at the February 90 issue. You know, the one that has the poster of the 3 guitars, the David Bertinelli photo, right? I think it was that one where they actually played a bunch of clips of a bunch of songs for Edward, and he had to guess like who the band was. And I think one of the bands was Mr. Big, was Paul Gilbert, I remember. And then another one was a Satriani song. And he had guessed, I think maybe it was Satch Boogie. And Edward even said himself in the interview that Satriani has a little bit of VH in him. Like he has that groove. So even Eddie said himself, Satriani has some Van Halen in him. So like I said, I think Satriani is the perfect choice for playing Van Halen music. And again, Satriani, he won't be up there trying to be Eddie Van Halen. He'll be Joe Satriani. And like I said, the last thing I want to see is somebody up there trying to look like Eddie, jumping around, trying to play the songs. No.
Here,
nothing.
Everybody I was talking to earlier today kept saying they ought to get Nuno to do it. I'm like, why?
Right. Well,
yeah.
Sammy did say on a lot of the stops, they might, I think he said they might bring up guests. So I could see Nuno possibly being a guest at a show. Maybe Paul Gilbert. Maybe me. I mean, look at this selfie. Who knows, actually? I don't know. But anyway, let us know in the chat. Actually, let's check out the chat. What are you guys saying? Peggy is here. Scott. I see you guys. Timothy, Neil Schon and Brad Gillis could play the part. Oh, definitely. I could see a lot of different players jumping on stage, for a song or two. Guitar players, maybe even bass players, drummers, singers. Sammy did say that David Lee Roth is more than welcome to join them. Alex Van Halen as well, although he said Alex hasn't returned his calls. So anyway, there you go. What else? What else is it saying? Produced by Live Nation, featuring special guests Loverboy. The 28-date tour will commence on July 13th in West Palm Beach, Florida, and conclude August 31st in St. Louis, Missouri. That's actually pretty good because St. Louis is like a huge Sammy Hagar town. He's always had a huge fan base in St. Louis. So that's going to be a show to go to, you guys.
They're going to Phoenix too.
And Phoenix, yeah, they're going to be here too. They're gonna be. I think it's Concord, California. Let's see. Pre-sales begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's probably local time, I guess. So for tickets and details, go to redrocker.com. Sammy goes on to say, it's crazy that it'll be 20 years since Mikey and I played these songs with Van Halen on the 2004 Best of Both Worlds tour. With Joe on board, we can take a deeper dive into those years. We're going to touch on some hits from my entire career, but seeing fans old and new really embrace the new collection set of something in Mikey and I. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. We were at my birth. Okay, they're at the birthday bash in Cabo. When Sammy turned, he's 76, man.
How old's Mike?
He's probably 10 years
Eddie,
young.
Eddie
10
would
years
be
younger.
what? Eddie would be 68 now.
Yeah, he's like 8 to 10 years younger than Sammy, I think.
Okay.
Because I remember when Sammy had joined Van Halen, they were making fun of him that he was like old. You know how Andy Summers keeps calling me old. Andy Summers is like, Johnny, you're not Johnny Bean. You're old. You're too old to be Johnny Bean.
I'm Johnny Bean's dad.
He actually met my dad. It was pretty cool. He actually met my parents. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. So what do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Satriani? I think Satch is a great choice. Yeah. Zim's Guitars. What's up, dude? They need a better opener than Loverboy. Oh, wait. What about what's his band's called?
The Whiskey Dog.
What about the Whiskey Dogs?
There you go.
Whiskey Dogs.
There you go, Zane.
Jeff Watson. Watson. Yeah. Yeah. He's actually very good friends with Sammy Hagar. And actually, Jeff Watson invited me to actually stay at his house one time. Not joking. That's the truth.
Blue.
Let's see. Andy Summers is starstruck in that pic. What happened was we were walking outside because I was hanging out with Andy. This was about a week ago, last weekend or whatever. And I was hanging out with him after the show. We hung out for about an hour. We were just talking, stuff. And we walk outside and I'm like, hey, let's take some selfies. And actually, I do a video. There is video of like snapping all the different selfies. Maybe I'll upload some of that. But yeah, that's a pretty cool photo.
You guys got the same nose.
Yeah. Dude, he's one of my major heroes.
There you go.
Major heroes.
Well, see, you got to meet yours.
Andy,
you met Eddie.
I'm very lucky that I've been able to meet pretty much all my heroes. Almost. Yeah, I did meet Edward. I met him. I could have met him a few times, and I wish I would have. I was invited to several events that he was at, but I went and I saw him the one time.
The only thing I can do is go to Randy's grave. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of people say this is like the selfie. You know, a lot of guitar players see this like, man, that's the selfie, man. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I could totally see, you know, Nuno and Paul Gilbert playing a song or two with Sammy and the band on the tour. I see a lot of people jumping up. Johnny Bean, who do you still want to meet? Scott, I want to meet you. I want to meet all you guys. And speaking of that, I'll be at the NAMM show January 25th. So if you want to meet me, come on out to the NAMM show.
Are you going to stop at Zim's Guitars on your way?
No. I'm not going that direction, but if
Dane,
Zim's Guitars is at the NAMM show, I will see him there. But seriously, you guys, I'll be at the NAMM show starting January 25th. Come on down, say hi. I'll be walking around. It'll be awesomeness. Yeah, if you guys remember last year, it'll be like that, but better. And last year was really good. Really good. So, okay. Let's see.
Dane, I wish to God I could come to your store. I mean, you'd have to kick me out. You sell the guitars I love, as you know.
Uh-huh. Maybe one of these days you can go to his shop.
Don't be surprised if I don't show up someday. And I'll bring some cash.
A grip?
Yeah, I'll bring a grip of cash.
Right on, man. Yeah. Hey, Ricky. Ricky, what's up, dude? Let's say hello to some people. We got Mike Wood. Mike. Did you see Sammy Hagar? They're going to be in Concord, man. We got to go. This guy lives literally down the street from the shed where they will be playing. Let's see. Word up, man. Zims is saying money.
It's a grip of money.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'd have to drive home with 4 or 5 guitars, or fly home, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. Mike Wood, dude, let's do it, man. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Let's do that. Let's see. Let me see. AI Gaming says Sammy can't even invite DLR on the tour without throwing shade at some time. What? Same old jealous Sammy. Dave will never accept. What? Sammy did invite him. Huh? He invited him on Stern. He had said that he's more than welcome to jump up with them. He invited him during the 2002 tour. And
he also, I don't know. Well, scroll up, Johnny, to another AI where he starts out with "Hey dudes."
Let's see. Hey dudes. Let's see. Hey dudes. Oh, there we go. Hey dude, Sammy is jealous when he announced this. He said, "I invited DLR, but he of course will not be able to sing my stuff." It's true. Dave, the thing is, he doesn't, well, maybe, well, the thing is, Sammy singing Roth era Van Halen songs is cool. He sang Jump. He sang Panama. They did Unchained. They did a number of songs back in the day. You know, some of the hits. David Lee Roth singing a Sammy Hagar, Van Hagar era song. That's just not right. That's just, I wouldn't want to hear Roth singing Dreams or When It's Love. No. But he has totally different style, you know? So I couldn't see that happening. I think he says, you know, Dave wouldn't do it, you know, sing the songs because he can't. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? I wouldn't want to hear it.
Well, I would like to hear it once, and then probably just that once. Just so you could say, yeah, I heard him do it, and oh well.
That would just be weird, man. That would be strange. I mean, Gary Sharon, he sang both, and that was cool. Mitch Malloy sang some of them. I think we heard some recordings of that stuff. But, I mean, David Lee Roth era Van Halen, I mean, that's his era. That's where it's at. What do you guys think? Kevin says Dave can't sing his own songs. What? He just released some new songs, but I think they were from like 20 years ago. Gary can sing anything. That's right.
So much hatred for Dave. And that was my era of Van Halen.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, let me ask you, what do you think? What do you about what we're saying about Roth singing a Sammy Hagar song? Well, you had just said you'd like to hear it maybe one time.
One time. That way I could say I heard it. And do I think he could pull it off? I mean, can he stand up there and sing it? Yes. But would it be something you'd want to hear again? Probably not. But
it just wouldn't be right.
Yeah, it wouldn't sound right.
Well, not that it wouldn't sound right. It just wouldn't feel right. It would just be weird. I think. What do you guys think? I think it'd be strange. Oh, it would be interesting to hear. And I did hear at one point when they were working on the follow-up to 1984, Roth did sing on some of those songs that ended up on the album 5150. Roth did work on some of that stuff, and I heard there is a cassette of Roth singing on something like Summer Nights or something. That
you need to get Dave on the show.
Dave who?
David Lee Roth.
Let's get him.
Forget about it.
Let's get him, man.
David.
I'll invite anybody onto the show. I mean, look, I've got you on here.
That's me. I'm anybody.
There we go. No, this is awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I Roth singing Hagar songs, it just wouldn't be right. It'd be interesting. So I don't see that happening, but it'd be cool. But like I said, I think we will see some very special guests on the upcoming tour, other guitar players, other musicians, drummers, bass players, singers, trumpet player. I mean, whatever, special guests.
See Patty Smythe come up and sing.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's who they wanted anyhow, right? Or the record company wanted her or something like that. Somehow I thought she was in the mix when Dave left.
She was one of the people that Edward worked with to try to get the second version of the band going. There was her. There was what's the guy? There's a guy down in Australia. I think there's an Australian singer that he talked with.
Guy from Men at Work.
No, it was another guy. But and of course, I mean, they had said that they had thought about before they got Sammy, that they thought about doing an all-star record with a bunch of different singers on each song, like Phil Collins, Brian May, a number of people.
Now, how do you think it would have worked with Patty Smythe if she would actually? I don't think it would have went over very well.
Well, the thing is, there are recordings of Edward on stage with Scandal, with her band. So you can actually hear him on guitar with her singing. That does exist. But as far as her singing on Van Halen songs,
I don't think the fans. Well, I don't think the fans would have accepted it. It might have been like a one and done album. Yeah,
back then.
Yeah.
Back then. Well, I mean, Van Halen was very lucky with Sammy Hagar. They got Sammy. 5150 went to #1. Every Van Hagar album went to #1. None of the Roth albums ever went to #1. They had singles. They had songs that were top 10, like Pretty Woman. But the Hagar albums all went straight to #1. I think they had, singles, videos, whatever. But Van Halen very easily could have been one of those bands in the 80s that they lost their singer. They got some unknown or somebody, and it just wasn't the same and whatever. That very easily could have happened to them. Sammy Hagar saved Van Halen. I'm going to say that again for you boomers. Sammy Hagar saved Van Halen. And that's my era of Van Halen. 5150, OU81 Tuesday, right here on Johnny Boone TV. Sammy saved the band. If it wasn't for Sammy, it wouldn't have been the same. I don't think it would have lasted. And as you guys saw, when Sammy left, Gary Cherone took over, and they tried to make it work, and it didn't. Unfortunately,
Just
I
like
would have
when-
loved to hear that second album with him.
when Vince Neil and Motley Crue split. John Corabi, that album, although it was heavier than their other stuff, it didn't go with the fans because it wasn't Motley Crue. That's why I'm surprised they accepted John Five like they have now as a guitar player. I didn't think that would go over as easy as it has. Let's put it that way.
Well, I'm with Motley Crue. I think I don't know.
Of course, Nicky doesn't play anything anyhow. So what's it matter?
That's what they're saying. He didn't even play bass on any of the stuff. It was all piped in, and who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. But Brian, you're saying it brought my parents and I closer with Sammy fronting Van Halen. Were your parents a Sammy Hagar fan because you guys all know Sammy, had a career way before Van Halen.
Montrose.
Yeah. Montrose. Bad Motor Scooter, and then solo career, I Can't Drive 55, the song he also did with Rick Springfield. They had all sorts of, he had all sorts of hit, singles. But like I said, when he joined Van Halen, it was magic. And you guys hear that magic on 5150 with songs like Dreams. I mean, Why Can't This Be Love? When the executives from Warner Brothers first heard Why Can't This Be Love at 5150, they're like, I smell money. I mean, that's such just a great song. That entire album is just a great, great album. And they continued. I mean, every few years, 0812, Carnal Knowledge, Balance. And when Sammy left, I remember I saw it in the newspaper because this is before I was on the internet. This is before the internet. I couldn't believe it. Like, Sammy's gone, no way. And unfortunately, I did not get to see Van Halen live on the Van Halen 3 tour because I was on tour myself. That's when I was working with Desmond Child. So I did not get to see Gary Cherone with them live.
I saw. I never even listened to that album with Gary. And the other day, a video popped up on YouTube, and I thought, "What the hell was Eddie wearing? Some kind of outfit with I don't know if it had a scarf or a toboggan. It was real long. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I watched the video, and it was a video from the Gary Cherone, and Eddie's dressed really strange in it. Very strange in it. I don't know what the name of the song was.
Were they in the Ice Castle?
Yeah, I think so.
That's Without You. Yeah, they were all. He was wearing like a winter hat.
Yeah. I was like, "What the hell is this?" Because I had never listened to that album, and that was the first song I ever heard off, and that was just the other day. Because I was an Extreme fan, and I was upset that now Extreme's no more because he's singing for Van Halen. So.
Without You, that's right. Yeah, I love that record. I mean, but it totally takes me back to when I was in Miami. It was 1998, and so when I hear that Van Halen 3 album, that totally takes me back to working with Desmond Child and being on tour myself, and it's just a very weird thing, but great album. I really think it was Edward's solo record, and it's just unfortunate that it wasn't as accepted then. Now it's kind of a different story. People listen to it now, and it's a little, you should definitely listen to more of it.
That was the only song I ever heard, and I saw the video, and I was more shocked at the way Eddie was dressed for the video than even paying attention to the song. I was like, never mind. But I've never listened to anything off that.
Dude, you guys, Gerd Metzger, dude, this is the guy right here. This is the guy that owns like every Van Halen Wolfgang guitar. This guy.
There you go.
He's got the biggest collection of Van Halen Wolfgang guitars there is. This dude. Follow him on Instagram. He's awesome. And Gert, I got to get you on the show at some point, man. We had met at the NAMM show years ago. I remember he walked up to me and he's like looking at me. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. He goes,
Is that
Johnny, is that you? Is that Johnny Bean? Did you fly in from San Francisco? I did. Gerd, you got to jump on the show at some point, man. Definitely. Wow. Anyway, you guys, let's see. What else? Anyway, very big news. What do you guys think of this tour? I really think it is the Edward Van Halen tribute tour that a lot of you guys have been wanting for years. I think this is it. So you're going to hear a lot of Van Halen. And again, I think Satriani is a perfect choice. I wouldn't want to see anybody else up there playing Van Halen. Like I said, maybe they'll have special guests. Nuno, Paul Gilbert, you know, but I think Satriani, Satch, you know, I call him Satch. I think he's the perfect choice for this. So,
I agree.
Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the chat and down below on playback as well. So you guys smash that thumbs up. We got 30 thumbs ups. And hey, I forgot to say, we do giveaways on the show here. We're giving away tonight. I know, I bought all these. We're giving away the Van Halen Life magazine. We're brand new. And you can't even get this stuff no more. Display until September 15th. It is now November 14th. So it's been 2 months. So if you'd like to win this, participate in the chat. All you got to do is say something, questions, comments, and if you want more chances to win, jump over to my Facebook pages and groups that we're live in. Jump over to my Twitch channel. Say something in all those chats, and you can you get extra chances to win the magazine. Maybe we'll give something else away too tonight.
Is that this also the Saturday thing, the bigger and better? Remember, the mug's bigger than the pick. Is that still a thing, or is that
Saturday night? Did we forget about that last time?
No, we haven't had one since then.
Oh,
we just did two Fridays. Yeah, we haven't had a Saturday night since then.
Because I had a gig. Oh, I was hanging out with Andy Summers, and then I had a gig. Yeah. So this Saturday night,
3 weeks, 4 weeks actually. That's
right. Oh, okay, cool. You guys know Saturdays. Well, hey, let's while we have you guys here, we got 70 watching live. You guys are awesome. Smash that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,800 subscribers. Smash it. We do giveaways, and you guys know this is Tuesday. So this is the exclusively Van Halen show. I call it OU81 Tuesdays right here, Johnny Bean TV, 8 p.m. Eastern. We talk all things Van Halen every Tuesday. This is the channel, Johnny Bean. This is the place you want to be for Van Halen talk. So Tuesdays is the Van Halen show. Let's see. What was the next one? Fridays. We talk guitars. Talking guitars. We talk Kramers. We talk EVH. We talk Ibanez. We talk Hello Kitty. We talk all the guitars. Bah. We talk all the guitars on Fridays.
Pink Jacksons.
Pink guitars. I was at Guitar Center yesterday.
I saw that. I didn't get to see it live. I watched it afterward, and I saw you.
I saw the guitar, the Jackson up there, and you guys.
And look how much pink was on it. See, I told you.
Yeah, we talk pink guitars on Fridays. Saturdays, we do a show we call Saturday Night. And I think I totally deleted the card for that. Yeah, there's no card for Saturdays anymore. I don't know why. But Saturdays, we do a show we call Saturday Night Live. And yeah, as I was saying, we do giveaways. We're giving away a magazine tonight. Saturdays, we're going to do bigger and better items for giveaways. I gave away a guitar wireless system, I think a few weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
On the last show. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a crazy month. So you guys know I do product reviews. Companies send me stuff, guitar related items, picks, strings, little amplifiers. I've got a little Lakato amp. I might be giving this away on a Saturday night coming up. So, and you guys remember how good this sounded?
That's still impressive how good that sounded for what it is.
Yeah. We got CDs to give away. We got all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, Saturday nights we'll be giving away bigger, better things. So participate in the chat during the week, during these shows, and then I think it's between the top 10 top chatters of the week. Although in this case, it'll be the last 3 weeks.
Who's at the top now? Do you know?
Let me see. I can actually find out if
I bet Sky's off the list altogether. He's out of the top 10. I almost guarantee it.
The top? Whoa. The top 10?
Yeah.
Okay. No, Sky is still in there.
Is he? Wow.
But he's not the top. Should I say who the top is or not?
Go ahead.
Okay, Peggy. Peggy is actually the top. Although she did win that big prize that last time. So.
How you doing, Peggy?
So, but anyway, I can see the list of our top chatters, and let me just say the list of top chatters, they're regulars here. Look in the chat right now, you guys. See the people that are talking even right now, like Peggy, like Scott, like Laz, like Lewis. A lot of these names that we see a lot. You guys are in the running for the bigger and better prizes on Saturday nights.
There you go.
So chat. That's right, Mike.
Mr. Wood.
That's right. So if you guys again, Saturday nights we give away. Anyway, companies send me stuff. I do product reviews. I do most of those reviews on Sundays. This is where I'm promoting all my shows. The Guitar ASMR show, Sunday nights. I think I'm going to do it an hour earlier from now on, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific. I do reviews. I reviewed the Andy Summers Walking on the Moon pedal. There we go. Awesome pedal, by the way.
Hey, Robot's got a question.
Yes. Robot.
Does it still count if we just spam nonsense?
Unfortunately, yes, but we'd rather you guys ask us actual questions or have actual comments. Yeah, you can type a 1 or whatever. Yeah, that does work, but we would like actual intelligent words, unlike whatever that says or that. I don't know what that says. Okay. All right.
Nonsense, I tell you, nonsense.
No nonsense. Keep it real. Chris King. Dude, it was awesome talking to you yesterday, man. I accidentally called Chris King on Messenger yesterday, and he talked to Laz and I sent him a selfie, which I posted on Facebook, actually. So I had sent, that was taken for our friend Chris King.
Right, Laz pulling off the Ronnie James Dio right there. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were hanging out at Starbucks yesterday, gossiping. So yeah, there you go. Chris King, thank you again. Chris King, thank you again for sending prizes in too. He sent a whole bunch of prizes for the giveaways. Thank you so much. Fiber optic onions. Yeah, that made no sense.
I think she meant to say it's optical illusion.
I don't know what that was, but if you guys are wondering what that was, if you become a channel member, you get to see a vlog I did yesterday, where I went to In-N-Out Burger and I found something weird in my food, and they're like, "That's fiber optic onions," and I'm like, "What?" It was very strange, but if you want to see that video, become a channel member. All you gotta do is click the join button. Starts at $1.99.
But when you cut a fresh onion, there is a very thin skin on it that will come off as you cook it. and it curls up. So I think that's what they were trying to tell you. They just didn't know how to do it.
It was either a split end or a spider leg. That's if you're a channel member, you have access to the video. Watch the video. Anyway, enough of that. That was yesterday. It was very strange. Okay, Music Therapy Labs has a question. Who's playing keyboards for the Van Halen tribute? That's a very good question, man. Truthfully, I think their keyboards are a track, because Sammy and the Circle, they've been playing those songs for years, and there hasn't been a keyboard player on stage. It's just a track. So it'll probably, I would think it's just going to be a track, and that's cool. Or maybe they'll have a keyboard player on stage. I don't know.
Doesn't Michael play keyboards too?
Mm-hmm.
Scott, yes, it is.
Huh?
Scott asked if this was a Jeff Waters Annihilation, and it
Oh,
is.
cool.
Got the little devil on the.
Oh, look at that.
Which way it's turning? Yeah, and it is. It's the Annihilation. Got his signature on the back.
What band is Jeff Waters in?
Annihilator.
Cool.
He's like a comedian, actor, guitar player, and singer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
it's
me.
funny because people think, oh, well, he plays a Gibson. This is an Epiphone. No, he actually plays the Epiphone version. He wanted to have the people be able to buy exactly what he plays on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
That's cool. Hey, Epiphones are great guitars.
Got the little kill switch.
There you go.
So,
Yo,
it's neat.
Tracy, are you gonna be at the NAMM show? I'll see you there, man. And Gerd, I'll see you guys. Will you be at NAMM? I will see you guys at the NAMM show. Chris, that's a video call. Call me on audio. I can't have you on. Oh no, did I answer it? No. Chris, if you want to call in, call audio. Call audio. Don't call on video, because I won't be able, it'll be weird. You said you won't be there. Maybe next time, man. Tracy, will be awesome to see you. Be awesome to see you guys.
Maybe Laz can join the group and play keyboards for him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Laz.
Maybe. Yeah. Truthfully, though, they don't have a live keyboard player. It's just tracks. It's just easier. It's just much easier that way. So, Rich, what's up, man? Welcome. Wait. Dean is saying they announced that they hired a keyboard player for the tour. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I don't know who that is, but that's cool. Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what and again, wait. Oh, I asked somebody to send me that list. Where would you have sent that? WhatsApp? No. Text. Here we go. Here it is. Thank you again. I forget who I said to send this in, but okay, so if you look at the bottom of the flyer for the tour, it has a whole that's more songs than like a regular show too. Look at this. Finish What You Started. Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy. One Way to Rock. Panama. 5150. When It's Love. Best of Both Worlds. Eagles Fly. Rock Candy. Right Now. Heavy Metal. Good Enough. I Can't Drive 55. Why Can't This Be Love? Oh yeah. Hey, that's Chickenfoot. Running with the Devil. Little White Lie. Pound Cake. Humans Being. Ain't Talking About Love. Moss Tequila. Like right there, that's a show. But it also says and more. So
it'd be neat if they cranked out Bad Motor Scooter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will, man. And yeah, a lot of people online they're discussing the logo. the logo for the tour. You know, it's kind of Van Halen-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, like I said, I really think this is the Edward Van Halen tribute tour that a lot of people have been asking about, and I know a lot of you guys are complaining. But haha. I like it. I think it's cool. Like I said, Satriani's the man. Of course, Michael Anthony, Sammy. I've always loved Sammy. And years ago, somebody left a comment, I think, on one of my videos. They're like, Johnny, you know, like you've really been like a Hagar supporter, like all these years, you know, whatever. I'm like, yeah. I've always been a huge fan of Sammy. And he was in Van Halen. He can talk about Van Halen all he wants. He was there. He was in the band. Sammy made Van Halen better. Like I said, if they hadn't have got Sammy, I don't think maybe they would have made a record. Somebody left a comment in one of my videos saying the follow-up to 1984, if it had Roth, it would have been like super huge. I don't think it would have been as huge as 50-on-50 was. And
I remember people saying back then that it became what it was because it was just out of curiosity. All the Roth fans bought it to hear who would replace Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it hit #1, because everybody in the world was buying it to hear what was next.
That was definitely a big thing. But then again, after that, every other album went to #1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, that was weird. Let me buy the next one. Oh, you ate one too. It's still kind of strange. Let me try this one. Cardinal Knowledge. I'm still not sure. Balance. They all went to #1. And believe me, I was there. I bought them. I bought every copy of them.
You got all million copies?
I do. I still do. A lot of them are in there. And Steven, we can't see you. Your camera's not on. We have a special guest jumping in here with us.
What is going on now since this announcement with the people arguing over it is the same thing that I went through when they decided to do the Pantera reunion and bring Zach in to take Dime's place.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, that was, and again, Dime's gone. You can't get him. You can't get Edward. So who are you going to get? And I admit, I was not on the happy side of Zach coming in because I thought, man, he's going to do everything and sound just like he does with Ozzy. You know, every other note's a harmonic. And, you know, and I thought, yeah. But I have to admit, I was wrong. He actually pulled it off.
Well, see, that's what I would say is Zach Wilde is a name. Although I heard that's not his real name. I heard he had a name before that. You know, an actual name. But he's another name player.
Yeah.
So for him to come in, he's not acting like Dimebag. He's himself. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what Satriani is going to do on this tour. He's himself. And it's him paying tribute. It's in both cases, they're paying tribute to that other person, which again, there was only one Dime. There's only one Edward. I mean, especially Edward Van Halen. Even Andy Summers, when I interviewed Andy, he was saying Edward was one of a kind.
And there's that Eddie and Dime connection with Dime having the original Bumblebee in the casket with him. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And and again, I met Dime as well. So
that's right. He signed your magazine or something, didn't he?
He signed. I have a Washburn catalog that he signed, and he signed my friend's guitar, my friend's '79 Dean ML.
You know, I want that catalog.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll give it away. Maybe.
I'm not going to be on the show that night. I'm going to be on every possible way I could win.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys, we're trying. We're trying. But anyway, we have a special guest jumping in, but we can't see you. Are you? Hang on. Let me try to message you. We have. There's more. There's actually. There's more huge news this week in the world of Van Halen guitars. Hey, we can't see you. Your camera's not on. Oh, it's covered up. Oh, there you are. Are you ready? Are you ready to jump in? Can you hear me? Hey, God. Can you hear me?
He's going like this.
Oh, wait. Are you there? You can hear me? Do you see me? Yes? No? Well, let's bring him in. You guys remember this guy. Oh, let me change the background because the background's going to be messed up. You guys, we got more huge news in the world of, as I said, Van Halen. You ready? All the way from, I think, Southern California. Yo!
What's up, Johnny?
Hey!
How are you, my friend?
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry for the last minute thing. I had an extremely busy day, so.
It's all
good.
good.
We're good now. So.
It's all good. It's all good.
Things are cool.
Things are great, man. We're talking about the Sammy Hagar announcement of the new tour coming up.
I'm stoked on that. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought there were some good records. You know, I saw the For Unlawful Color Knowledge tour. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good show. I mean,
mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't get it why people come down so hard on it. It's like I never understood it. You know, it's like he brought something different than Dave, and different's cool. You know, all I know at the end of the day was some great riffs, some killer riffs, dude.
Yeah,
all day long. I mean, I would listen to Ed play the phone book, so it doesn't make a difference to me. You know, like he could play "Mary Had Little Lamb," and I'm buying it. So
yeah,
you know, as long as you got the brown sound, we're cool. But you got that stuff I sent you. You said
the release.
No.
The stuff. Yes, I do. I do. Thank you again.
You got to remind him all the time.
It's okay. Yeah, dude. I forgot what I had for breakfast. To tell you the truth.
I didn't even have breakfast, did I?
It's usually Starbucks.
He didn't have dinner last night either.
No, I didn't. There was like a hair in my food. I didn't even eat it last night. It was weird. It was very strange. But yes, I got all the stuff that you had sent. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Keep them on for yourself. I think you really enjoy it. There's some wonderful guitar playing on there. But all the other stuff, give it away.
He's talking about all these CDs.
A couple of DVDs in there too, I believe.
CDs, DVDs, all this stuff. Joe Bonamassa.
Black Country, that one's killer.
Black Country.
Yeah, I just saw Glenn Hughes. He was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
My God, that guy can sing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But no, everything's good. We have some movement with the guitar for Edward. I know I talked to you guys a while ago, and we were just kind of sitting on it and just wanted to get the word out there. And I talked to a few different auction houses, but then I spoke with Guernsey's, who sold all three of Jason's guitars. And I think we brought in a total of $230,000. And I had a conversation with them, and as soon as I said it, they're like, they had an auction coming up that made a lot of sense. It has the original masters of Bob Dylan's first album. It has some stuff from John F. Kennedy. It's like icons of the 20th century. And if Ed's not an icon of the 20th century, hell if I know what is, man. And then with the reason Jason actually plays guitar is Bob Dylan. That was his first musical influence. So I felt like it was very serendipitous. So I asked Jason what he wanted to do because it's all him. He's all, roll the dice, buddy. Cool. So
let's bring this up.
Yep, there it goes.
There we go. So this is on Van Halen News Desk. Eddie Van Halen's guitar gifted to Jason Becker is up for auction. You guys know we talked about this a little while back.
Since the last time I saw you too, I met or spoke with Jim DeCola, who you know.
Yeah.
He wrote me a proper letter of authenticity stating everything about the guitar and its authenticity. And I mean, aside from Edward, it's Jim. And so we have
Yes.
signed and dated and the whole 9 yards. So this will go with the guitar.
Oh, look at that.
Jim DeCola right there. So a wonderful
There it
man,
is.
super helpful. But his involvement with the guitar is wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he designed the guitars.
Yeah. You know, the irony is that he helped design Jason's Numbers guitar too when he was at Peavey. So it's kind of when Jason did his first Numbers at Peavey, Jim was there, and he worked on Jason with that one, bringing that one to reality. So everything's kind of making sense. So I'm going to deliver the guitar. Me and the guitar fly to New York the day after Thanksgiving. I got a nice seat for itself so it can relax and have a cocktail. And and the auction is December 14th. And we're very hopeful. We're definitely trying to get the word out to collectors because the one thing we can prove without beyond a shadow of a doubt, this was Edward's guitar. It was contracted to him. It was one of the ones he chose to keep until he gave it to Jay. And it's not one he just took off the wall. When artists get a signature series, as you know, under contract, they can pick specific models they want to keep. And for whatever reasons, for some reason, one of them he wanted was number 69, Rockstar, I guess. So, and he kept it until he gave it to Jason. And I've actually got some more footage I'll be sending you soon too. I think I have a total now of about 9 minutes total of him playing that guitar. When Ed passed away, I knew about him visiting Jason, but I never knew he had home movies of it. So I said, Jason, we got to do something with this. I mean, you got to do a tribute to Ed. And he was very self-conscious because that was about his weakest point. When he had ALS, he wasn't comfortable with the way he looked. I'm like, we're going to have to figure it out. Send me what you got.
1996.
96. And when I saw the footage, honest to God, as soon as I saw it, I started crying. I just cried my eyes out. It was just beautiful. Not because I was sad, but because I'd never really seen Edward like this. I mean, he's so compassionate and caring and holding his hand and kissing him on the forehead, and he's joking around, and there's awkward moments. It's I've always known Edward the rock star, and I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. But seeing that, I was like, it brought his humanity. And seeing.
Are you gonna play the video at the auction?
Well, actually, in a few days, I'll probably be giving it to you guys. Everyone's going to have it. I want this video out. It's about 8 minutes total, and it's all the footage of Ed playing this guitar specifically. So here in a few days, I should have it up and ready. I'm just going through everything now and editing it down, and then I'll be giving it to you guys and just give it to the world. It doesn't belong to. It belongs to everybody, man. It really does. It's like seeing anything from Edward to me is like it's just like finding treasure, something I haven't seen. Any recording, like today, I was listening to an unmastered version of the first Eruption solo, and it was like Christmas. It's like, I love that stuff. I'm such a geek for this. I'm sorry,
was it the room mic? Was it the room mic version of it?
I believe so. Yeah, it was from Sunset Sound.
Yeah,
and it's it's like I love that stuff. It's like I know someone who actually has an original copy of the daily sheet for the studio where it just says guitar solo, and it's like, what? He's like, oh yeah, this is from that day. I'm like, holy shit! It just blew my mind. It's like, wow. I mean, for some people, it's baseball cards and comics and cars and whatever. For me, it's guitars, man. It's just guitars and the things they create. So, to get back to the auction, we're going to start making a big push, and I've got a few more things scheduled, but I really wanted to talk to you. You're a friend of Jason, and you've always been there for us. We're very grateful. And
you're welcome, man.
Oh, dude, come on, you guys are great. So, and you've actually seen this guitar. You've been to the pad and checked it out.
I'm looking for a photo right now. I have selfies I've taken with it. I've seen this guitar many times over the years at Jason's house.
Has Guernsey given an estimate of what they think it will go for?
That's a really good question, and it's a really tough question. I've been brokering guitars for a bit now and helping people come up with prices. And in the vintage market, it's much easier. With something like this, I did have somebody offer me $80,000 for it, which is very respectable. And I've even had someone offer me $100,000 for it. And we feel an auction is the best place. I think that's a tough question. Maybe I throw it back at people like you who are much more in tune with, I love Van Halen, but I also love anyway, and Sean Lane and this. But I know guys who you cut them, they bleed red and white, and I think you guys are those guys. So, what do you think? The one thing we know, first year of the Wolfgang, 1996, contracted to Edward, kept it for himself. For a short time, we've never said it's stage played or it's been here or there. It's not in any videos, but it was one that he kept for himself. And had he not given it to Jay, who knows where it'd be? It'd still be at the house.
I'm going to say between 500 and 750.
I just fell in love with you, man. So, well, no, it's like, I don't take anything from this, guys. It's like my joy is getting to, if I can go back in time and talk to an 18-year-old me and say, one day you'll hold Ed's guitar, I'd call you a liar. So it's just the biggest rush in the world to, I've been so incredibly fortunate to see and hold and play some of the most amazing guitars in the world. I mean, some serious wood. And for me, this is one of them. And that's the joy for me. But so everybody knows, all the money this guitar makes goes straight to Jason. It goes right into his medical trust fund. This isn't people capitalizing at all, period. Everything goes to Jason and his family to benefit them, his medical needs. And that's it. I'll get bragging rights, and that's cool. I get a free trip to New York and get to see my family, and and ride co-pilot with this guitar, and that's more than enough. And if a price like that comes, we'll be beyond grateful. And that would be amazing. What do you think, John?
Dude,
it's tough, isn't it? It's not that easy.
It is tough. It is very tough. And we might have another guest jumping in here in a second. Dave is messaging me.
Lopez?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's messaging me.
You could come across a Van Halen fan that's if
Facebook
he had the money, throwing $1 million down for it wouldn't be, if they had the money to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right to come up with. Well, I think it's I'm saying between $500,000 and $750,000, but I would not be surprised if it went over $1 million.
That is a phone call I would love to make. One time I sold a guitar that Joe Bonham had given us, and it was a good guitar. It was a solid guitar, and we agreed on a price, and then I flew out to deliver the guitar, and the guy who bought the guitar threw me down another $5,000 as a gift to Jason. So I called Jason the next morning. It was kind of a dick move, but I did it. And I'm like, hey, buddy, his whole family was there. I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I wasn't able to get the price we agreed upon. He's like, you know what, Steve, we really appreciate it. You work hard. We're very, very grateful. He's like, yeah, that's why I got you 5,000 more. He's like, oh, you son of a bitch. So it was really good. So, I mean, if I could make that phone call with that price you just said, wow. I mean, because I know where the money is going to go and what it's going to do. And that's been the goal the whole time. It's about.
You ready, Dave? Dave Lopez is here.
What's up, fuckers?
What up, Dave?
What's up, man?
How you gonna do a show about Jason and have me on here, you fucker?
You're a busy man. I'm glad you're here, man. Hold on 1 second. I hear him. Hold on. Hey, Tom.
How you doing, dude?
I'm good, just chilling, hanging there.
I can hear it right now. No, I hear it.
Just fucking sitting here.
Yeah, no, I hear the measurement.
Just caught you guys on here talking shit.
What do you think about the Sammy Hagar tour with Satriani?
I couldn't give a shit about Sammy Hagar.
Sorry. No, I thought there was a metronome in here that didn't stop.
I'm sorry.
Johnny.
You know what? I was listening to a Van Halen's playlist,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what I'm gonna say about Sammy Hagar. And I'm not gonna diss. I was listening to I think it was Mean Streets or something, and then Why Can't This? No, Best of Worlds came on, and the production quality of the record, it was so amazing hearing, Mean Streets, right? It's big and full guitar, everything's amazing, and then this little compressed, little shitty tone. It just doesn't sound as good. So in a way, I don't think Sammy Hagar got the fair shake in a way, right? Because if those records would have sounded as good as they did back when Eddie was playing Marshalls or whatever, that 84 and beyond or earlier, then we would have had a different history. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he got stuck with really kind of chorusy, light tone. You know what I mean? So because he did have those are he's a great singer, but the guitar tones, the song, it just wasn't the same as it was. It didn't have enough sack like like the other stuff, right? The brown tone and all that. So that's what I noticed just back to back on my headphones. Like, damn, Best of Both Worlds. I forgot how bad it is next to the other ones as far as sonically goes. Not the song, not the playing, not the performance, but sonically, he didn't get the good Eddie. You know what I mean? The good sounding Eddie. That's my personal opinion. So when I hear, oh my God, they're going on tour with Van Halen, playing the Van, I'm like, I'm not that excited. Haven't they already did that already?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've always given me crap for being a Van Hagar fan. I mean, all these years.
You deserved it, though.
Well, thank you. I accept it. I take it because that's my era. I got into them with Best of Both Worlds and stuff. But I bought the first album at the same time. So to me, it was all Van Halen.
Okay, sure, but God bless the fact that we have so many different music of Eddie. We got that. Even the Gary Sharon stuff is good to listen to Eddie. Even though I'm not a fan of it, when I hear it, I'm like, this is new to me. So it's all good. It's all good because it's all him. But I feel like he didn't get a fair shake. I think because you listen to the Montrose record, that Sammy Hagar is amazing. That's a great record. Sonically, it sounds amazing. But then when it came to 5150, he never got the Eddie that we love, that we still try to emulate. Right
now, would you say that because before Sammy, Eddie, they were hungry and really getting it? Then once Sammy got there, they got to the point where we're at the top. Now we could just cruise.
No, I think he was just experimenting.
Because I've had people tell me that before, like, well, once Sammy got there, they were at the top, so he just cruised along.
That's why I said earlier how they were very lucky when they got Sammy, and they went even higher because they very easily could have not gone where they
Johnny.
did.
Don't get crazy now.
I'm a Dave fan too, Dave.
They didn't go higher, bro.
I'm right there in the middle of you guys because I saw Sammy and I saw Dave, and Sammy put on a hell of a show. And those records out of the gate, those are some killer riffs, dude. I'm sorry, but that's a rad riff, dude.
Live, of course. Live, it sounds amazing. But I'm talking about sonically when you hear those records, it doesn't have the same as the other ones, right? Mm-hmm. But, I agree. Live, that's much better. I mean, I think For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge is one of my favorite records they did. I think there's great songs on there. I think it's
what?
Killer.
We'll stop here and call it good and say thank you.
Yeah, like if we had the Fair Warning tone on Sammy records, then we'd be talking about something else. We wouldn't be hating on Sammy as much. It's just that we think that because of Eddie was experimenting and looking for different sounds, that he got Sammy got kind of the short end of the stick. Not to say that the keyboard stuff wasn't cool, because there's right now is incredible. That shit sounds sonically amazing, but there's something about the rawness of the earlier stuff. The tones are just fatter, So that'd be cool if they were able to remix those and make those guitars sound, more like the first albums. But that's just, I know it won't happen, but that would be cool for, what's that other one? 5150, the song 5150. That's a badass. That's a great riff. The whole thing is amazing. But then when you hear it next to,
we're making a dent.
yeah, but compared sonically, when you listen to it compared to the first albums, it doesn't sound as big, right? But that riff is just as good as anything else they've done, I think.
I never compared them. To me, I always saw them as two completely separate entities. It's like if someone said you get one Van Halen record on a desert island, I go straight to Fair Warning, and I'm cool. I'm totally cool.
Yeah,
that's it. But
not me.
I never saw Sammy and Dave here as.
I fast forward through the Sammy bullshit. I'm not. I'm comparing.
A second ago, you said, "Oh man, you're wishy-washy."
Sorry. I like a different kind of truth a lot more for me. I look like She's the Woman is killer to me. That's a badass
actually song. on the video at Jason's house, you see him playing some earlier versions of one of those songs. I forget which one.
It was playing stuff off the Dave Lee Roth Best Of. And something off of the Gary Sharon album.
Yeah, because a bunch of people are, what is that song? What is that song? And I backtracked to everything and I found it, but I can't remember the name of it.
It's up for the Gary Sharon record. But let's talk about Jason, you cocksuckers.
Yeah.
So
he's talking to you guys.
Not curse, just in case Mom was watching.
I just finished one of the unreleased songs last Friday. We finally got the finished version with Orion on the bass and the drums.
Oh, cool.
Good.
So now we're just going to mix it. And it sounds it's very much like Van Halen meets Jimi Hendrix. It's like something off of Fair Warning, like the riff. And this is one of my favorite guitar solos he's ever done. It's so amazing, man.
That's saying something.
Over the top. Like it's exactly what you want from Jason. You know what I mean? It's something that should have been on a little in enough. It would have had that Fair Warning vibe. So we took old tapes and we just redid everything. We just put drums and they're old 8 tracks off a Fender M80 through a microphone. And then my buddy Chris Dugan, who works with Green Day, he's like their main guy. He mixed the new Alanis Morissette. He's one of the big guys, but he helped me with it because when he was when Cacophony was around, his band opened up. Right, so he always wanted to work with Jason, and he's working with Ringo Starr. He's like one of the biggest mixers right now, and he's on tour with Green. He did the new Green Day record. He's one of those dudes, but he's crazy. He's like a rocker living in a punk rock fucking world. It's hilarious, right? He's like, he watches Blabbermouth every morning. Like he's in touring stadiums with Green Day, but he's just like whatever, fucking rock and roll, right? He's a rock Van Halen fanatic. So he played the drums. He mixed it, and we're waiting for him to send us a mix, and it's amazing. And then we have another track. It's like 11 minutes long of Jason playing blues.
Was that the one with Marty?
No Marty. This is just Jason, all Jason. So it's like he's playing blues, and I had someone play the bass and the drums, and it's mixed. It sounds. There's like 3 songs that we did that are completely new, unreleased, unheard songs that he had old recordings, and I took the multi-tracks and we reproduced it. So it's 11 minutes of him just noodling blues, right? So there's and it's exactly what you want it to be. It's like he does all the traditional killer blues licks, and then he'll start throwing some fucking Jason Becker licks. Yeah. And it's bananas, dude. It's so tasty and so good. So we're looking forward to that. It's coming. Strawberry Jams is the name of the record. It should come out soon. We're working on just mixing it and mastering it, and then going through the
how many songs do you see total?
What's that?
How many songs total?
But that's the thing. There's like 30 songs.
We can make another record.
He's got old 4-track recordings of demos and ideas, right? And so he was like, I want to put these out. Well, let's try to get. We have multi-tracks. Let's try to make some of the cool ones. Put real drums, real bass, and and really mess with it. And so we got lucky. We have some really good people working with us. This guy named Reto, he's been working with me for years. He just won a Grammy for mixing. He mixed and played drums, and so it sonically sounds killer. and it's new Jason Becker shit that you've never heard, and it's very exciting. And he's super excited because it's something that no one's like. He's still being productive. He's still being, working on new shit, which is what I wanted for him. Is that he did so much work done already, that it's really cool to see. Like he's excited about music again. So that makes me happy. I was with him on Friday. He's been having some health issues, and then I came. We sent him the track, and that day he felt better. So maybe that has something to do with it. Once he's music and he's productive like that, having his new jam and he's sounding amazing, it lightens him up, right?
Yeah, that's when he gets most excited, is talking about new stuff and working. And if Jason's working on music, he's happy.
He's super happy.
That's his happiness. It's like if things aren't good, that's not happening. But if you see him grinding away on tunes, I'm so happy. I mean, it's like, that's why Dave's been doing what he's been doing for so many years. And I'm doing what I'm doing. It's like to get Jason to that place where he does have the ability to do these things without worrying about everything, and say what you want, but he being able to.
Hi.
My kid just got here, and my wife and the dogs are going crazy.
But
Steven. That's Steven right there, babe.
Hey, honey.
Hey.
And there's Johnny Bean.
Hey, Melissa.
That's my other homie.
What up, Mel?
Gunner.
You guys look so official. Nice.
Stop it. Oh, dude, the dog's there? Everybody's there.
Party.
There you go.
What else is Johnny Bean going to do? He's got to be official.
This is all I do.
So we new guitar being auctioned. That's amazing. Congratulations, Steven. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Steve, Jason's got angels. People that love him and do things that are always, and he's one of
I think there's a few people disagree on that one, but
we're Jason's angels.
And you have the guitar right there, huh?
What's that?
He has the guitar. There it is.
Boom.
Yeah, I've seen that thing.
There it is. That's the guitar.
Have fucking, spider webs on that motherfucker forever.
Yeah.
But no one played it. No one wanted to play that guitar.
I was too scared to touch it.
It's ever been played right now as he's playing it.
Wow.
Because no one wanted to play it. No one wanted to pick it up.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's the guitar Eddie Van Halen gave to Jason.
What's that?
That's the guitar. Edward's playing that video with
Yeah.
Jason. That's it.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm saying between $500,000 and $750,000 at the auction.
I say about 300.
Well, I like all those numbers. Those are all great numbers, Like I said, we're looking for that person who's in love with Edward and in love with Jason's story and their story together, man.
What's crazy? I've been reading comments on the post that most people want someone to buy it and give it back to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that? Everyone's like,
yeah.
Give it back to Jason.
But I spoke with Jason about that, and I'm like, because when he first asked me to sell it, help him sell it, I'm like, think about it and call me back. Let's not be too quick on this one. And he's like, dude, I'm totally cool with it. I want the memories of Ed are what's most important to me, and I would love people to learn more about him and what a wonderful person he was through our story. I'm like, what could I say? I'll do whatever you want. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave knows Jason better than I do. He's that guy. He's always more concerned about other people than him, man. And he's the big heart guy. And
yeah,
I mean,
Dave's the one he's the one that introduced me to Jason.
Really?
Years ago. That's how I met Jason, was because of Dave. And I remember Dave telling me it was either right after it happened or it was going to happen when Eddie went to Jason's house back in '96.
I don't remember, man. I smoked so much weed back then.
You told me. Yeah, you were smoking a lot of weed then. I remember, but I remember you said Eddie was just at Jason's house, and I couldn't,
You cried?
The Johnny Bean back then could not believe that Eddie was just over
in
one town over in Richmond. Yeah, because I lived in El Cerrito at the time, which was just right next door.
But then we couldn't tell. Could you hear me at all? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't want to tell you because you had that, that restraining order from Eddie, so we didn't want, the stalking. There's a new stalking law. We didn't want Johnny to get arrested for stalking, straight stalking.
James always with the jokes.
Well, I met him.
Always got the jokes,
and he was arrested right after he was. Johnny went.
I'm in prison right now. This is a green screen. You guys notice I've never left that door. I've never left this house.
And Andy Summers is next. You're the next guy you're going to jail for. Fucking Johnny B.
We were just hanging out, actually. I was just hanging out with Andy Summers last week. There we are.
Of course, he looks so thrilled. He's like, oh god, this fucking guy.
Notice they have the same nose.
Wow.
Might be related.
Good guitar player.
What do you say? He's all, hey Johnny, what's up, dude? Security.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
He got one selfie.
So it's on the guitar. Let's stop talking about some police bullshit. Let's talk about Jason again. The guitar is at Sotheby's, correct? Is it Sotheby's?
No, we spoke with a few different auction houses. We're going with Guernsey, so we went with the first time.
That's what it was.
Because they had that auction. It's called Icons of the 20th Century. You got some Bob Dylan stuff. They got some Kennedy stuff. It's not just about music. It's about important artists and people. And it's not a giant auction, so I think it'll be much more concentrated. And I feel better about that than just having it in with 100 other pieces. And we did great with them before.
They've had success.
Dude, last time 230,000 on Jason's guitars before was pretty damn good. And also they've treated us very well. Spoke to a bunch of different people, but I like their pitch the best and discussed it with Jason, and he felt the same way. So I'm like, hey, roll the dice.
Now, I read the press release. Matt Blackett wrote it, right? Was the Matt?
Yeah, Matt wrote it, and we just I just did a little bit.
When is the auction starting? December?
The auction is December 14th.
December 14th.
December 14th.
I read it, Johnny B. And you can't see shit. You've seen it already, bro. We're talking about it.
Yeah, we're just starting to get the word out there now. So I encourage everyone as much as possible to spread the word. Jason set me up. I spoke with Eddie Trunk. He's going to be helping us, doing something with him. Talk to your friends at the Van Halen news desk. They're pushing it. We got a bunch of other resources we're reaching out to. The auction house deals with their specific buyers looking for stuff. So between now and then, just get it the hell out there, because this is for Jason and his family.
What's the guy's name who owns a baseball team? What's that dude's name who collects guitars?
Oh, you're thinking about Jim Irsay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, he's on my radar. He's definitely on my radar. So
I follow him on TikTok, and they show there's a guy on his TikTok showing a lot of his pieces.
Oh, his collection is astounding.
I still say you ought to have the auction house show that video, that 8-minute video, before the auction goes up.
Oh yeah, they will. They will. Everyone's going to have it here very, very soon. Very soon. I'm just finishing putting it together. It's about it could be over 8 minutes. It could be closer to maybe 9 or so of just him on the guitar. Just playing specific pieces, just having fun, talking about it. It's cool. I mean, for me, it's gold, because I never knew it existed.
Which video are we
remember the video put together for the after Edward passed away?
The one that we did with Jason?
Yes.
Yeah.
I took there was a ton more footage of Edward on that guitar that I'm editing together for the auction. Well, actually for everybody. So I'll have that in about 2 days.
Cool.
Yeah, so everyone can see this guitar being played. I mean, we're not fabricating anything. Everything about this guitar is legit. I mean, we reached out to Jim DeCola, talked to all the pros, all the people who know, people who were there. We did our homework. And it's like once Ed passed away, there was a lot of junk floating around the universe. You know, I know.
Yeah, a lot of stuff came out.
A lot of stuff came out that was so not right, and a lot of people got screwed. And that's everything we say we can prove. We can prove with film, and we can prove from Jim DeCola, he's so important to this instrument. So whoever gets this guitar,
he designed
really
it.
Something.
He was the designer of the guitar.
Yeah, it's like that has his DNA and Ed's DNA, and it's.
Someone asked if the strings have ever been changed.
What's that?
Someone in the chat asked if the strings have ever been changed since Eddie played it.
That's a good question. We'd have to ask Jason.
I believe so. I
Believe
believe
so?
Chris Barnett, I think, set up the guitar again. So I believe I don't know if he's still. I don't think he has them anymore, but I believe they were. I know Chris Barnett came over and redid all his guitars. Everything got because there were some guitars, his purple guitar, bluey. All his big, he would come over and set up all his stuff, But the thing about it is, even though he did that, no one wanted to play Eddie's guitar. It's hilarious, Everyone played his blue guitar. I don't know anybody that tried to play it. It's probably getting played more now than ever. But yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, but I think it was. I'm pretty sure that it got restrung up because
maybe he saved it. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, even still, it's still a serious piece of wood. I find another one.
Is.
Good luck. It's not going to happen. So, like I said, we are so hopeful for what this could do for Jason and his family, but also what it's going to do for Ed's legacy. When the other day I went back to the video and I read damn near every single comment that came up after that video. And I saw so many that said, I never knew about Ed this way. Had no idea he was this kind of a person. It was so worth it to me to read that and go, now you do, and people, I'm crying for effing days. Jason was, like I said, Jason was really apprehensive, and Dave will tell you the same thing because of how he looked at that point. But when it finally came out, it was the right decision to just let people see a different side of the man. It's weird when people pass. It brings out the best in people and the worst in people. Everyone's up Wolf's ass about what he should do. And it's like, screw you, and they'll tell him the bad stories about Ed. I'm like, that one thing that people saw of Edward, I made a lot of that stuff go away. And like I said, it's just, they're getting more than a guitar. I mean, you really are. What you're doing for Jason, what you're doing for Ed's legacy, it is so cool. If I had the dough, I'd buy it right now and play the shit out of it.
They're getting a heartfelt.
I would play it. I'm that guy.
They're getting a heartfelt gift.
Absolutely,
from Eddie Van Halen. So,
have you ever watched that? Have you watched that video?
Yes.
Was Ed?
Yes. Yep.
Dude, every time I watch it, I tear up like I'm watching where the red fern grows, man. I'm like, damn it, man. Freaking 6'1". I work construction. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm crying. I'm crying like I'm watching Bambi. It's just what's the matter with me?
You watch Bambi?
I love. Dude, don't start with me.
Bambi versus Godzilla is my favorite one.
Oh, that's the best one in the world. I might have cried at that too. So, but that is funny as hell. No, it's just. Yeah, over the years, there's so many good things have come in from being associated with Jason and Dave, and I'm just every once in a while, I swear to God, I wish I could go back and talk to the kid at the Kazar. He's glued against the stage, just idolizing Jason and Marty, and standing outside begging for a guitar pick, and then Jason takes 10 minutes to talk to me and show me how to hold a pick, and I was just like, he was my guy. Everyone's got a guy. For me, it was Jason. So just to be in this position, it's like, I think I said it before, I feel like I'm on the Make-A-Wish Foundation, man. It's like, it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't even seem real when I'm hanging out with them. I'm just like, I still get kind of giddy and, fanboy him and shit. And I'm like, God damn it. And like, dude, you're the biggest rock star I know. I'll shut up, dude. It's cool.
See that video, how I'm looking at it, like if I was bidding and I didn't know about the video. So say I'm just going to throw a number. Say I'm bidding $250,000.
Love you.
And then all of a sudden that video comes up, and I'm thinking I'm not going to go above 275. Then I see that video, and I'm all hell. Now the top's off of it. I want that guitar, whatever it's going to cost. That's what I think that video can do for that guitar.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope to God I'm correct. But
you'd say that, I'll go to church. They haven't seen me in a while, so.
Hey, so not to change the subject, but what's up with this Kramer Beretta $2,100 guitar? What $2,100 for a Kramer Beretta? Is that crazy, or am I tripping?
That's the reissue, right?
Yeah.
$2,100 for a Kramer Beretta.
Where's Aljon? Aljon was just in the chat. He's the guy responsible for those. For Kramer.
Why is it so expensive?
Aljon, are you still watching?
Aljon, dude, you need to give me a discount or something, bro. Because it's got one pickup, and it's like, come on, son, $2,100. What's so special about it? Does it play Eruption for you, or what?
I think it might. It's basically it's a reissue of a guitar that was very rare. There was only like a handful of back in the day. So it's like what they're called the holy grail of guitars, as far as Kramer's, the beak, not the beak, but the banana headstock, all that stuff.
Neck.
Yeah, the neck, all that stuff.
I didn't get it. Because can't you buy the banana headstock for the EVH with the stripe? Can't you buy that on EVH?
You can, but it's not the same shape. It's not the same shape. The banana, that's right, full banana. It's
whoa. It's easy, Big Show.
Took a turn.
Took a turn for the worst.
It was a headstock that basically you could never get. Everybody back in the day wanted that headstock because it was the most similar to Eddie's 5150 headstock. You could buy, now you can get it as far as that.
But you have that. Your Kramer's like that, right?
I have a what's called a GMW. Yeah, which is the guitar that I took to Jason's house that time.
And
when he took me to Bonham.
How much did that cost you?
That cost I think it was a $2,000 guitar, but I got it for $1,000 because I got it used.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, dude.
I got a deal.
Oh man. Anyways, that's just. I'm sorry, Aljon or whatever, but I saw the price. I'm like, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. $2,100 for. I'm like, I'm sorry. Didn't you have no stripes or nothing? Come on, son. Give me some stripes. Give me something. Right? Because you could buy the EVH Frankenstein, right? And how much does that thing go for?
16. Which one?
16, right?
I think those are 2,000. Yeah,
they go up.
No, dude, they're not 2,000. They're 16. I seen them for 16. Exactly, bro. So if you're gonna try to bite Eddie, try to bite the one that's got the whole. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I thought that was I was kind of floored by the price of that. I was like, dude, give me some stripes, man. Give me the D-tuna. Give me something, man. And it's just not that fresh. But that's just me. You think it's going to be a lot of people are going to buy it? Is it that many people that want this guitar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
84, right?
That's a dream guitar for a lot of people. Yeah.
But no maple neck.
No, because that guitar didn't have a maple. It had the rosewood.
Eddie had a rosewood?
Eddie basically there's a Kramer ad from back in the day of Eddie. He's wearing the No Bozos T-shirt. He's holding basically that guitar. So for a lot of people, that was like, oh, I want that, and they could never get it.
So where can you see him play that guitar?
Yeah, if he don't know, nobody knows.
He never played it. Although,
okay, thank you. So Jason's guitar should go for $500,000 straight up because he played that motherfucker, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so
where's the photo?
The Ripley guitar that you have. There's pictures of him, and he's actually played. Yeah, I mean that's nothing that special to me. It's really, you know what I mean? Like he didn't. There's no. How many songs did he play on? Like I know you used the Ripley, and what song did he use on? He used
Top
Ripley
Jimmy.
There you
Top
go.
Jimmy.
So he's played that. I wish they would do the Ripley. The Ripley would be super fresh, right?
That'd be great.
That would be. I'd be down for that. They could charge a lot more for that with all the little knobs or whatever.
Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this photo? This photo came out a week ago. Did you guys see this?
Yes,
I did see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody bought an amp, and later on, by the way, Eddie played your amp.
Yeah. Yeah. So supposedly that was at Kramer, and he's testing a guitar there. But a lot of people, they're like, oh, you know, you can see the wood, so they're very excited about that.
Wasn't there a wood one that he played briefly? Yes, he played it in Downingtown, and there's a couple of pictures of him backstage with it.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone, I don't know the story behind it, but I know specifically that guitar because everyone's like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, I don't know what the hell it was, but I've seen pictures of him at Downingtown and then backstage kind of warming up, and I never...
Kind of like this one. I mean, it's not this guitar. That's another one. I believe that's another guitar, but that's like a similar...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I was talking about where people were asking me, like, I don't know.
This one actually said Van Halen on the headstock.
Yes, that's the one I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another one. He played a lot of stuff, and people are crazy for if something new comes out of Eddie holding a slightly different guitar.
When he would go on, in the 80s, when he would go on tour, how many guitars would he bring with him?
They would say like 15.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But he only played like the 5150.
So, you guys know Brian Kehoe from Dunlop, our buddy Brian. So when they were doing all the Van Halen stuff, Dunlop was doing all the Van Halen stuff when it first started happening with the pedals and the flangers and all that stuff. He went over there and spent time with Ed, and he, because he wanted to test out the stuff, and he's working, hand closely with Dunlop. But he would go over there, and he said Ed would not. He was more obsessed with the surf guitars than he was with any of the other guitars. He's like, oh, let me check out. He goes, oh, you don't want to fuck with those. Look at these. And he put out old Tyscos, the old Ventures guitars. He was super, like, that was his favorite guitars were those guitars. He would flip out. And he didn't want to show him the Les Paul, didn't want to show him, he wanted to show him these Japanese surf guitars. And I'm like, I had no idea. So who knows what that dude was going through?
That was like his first guitar. His first guitar was a Japanese like Tysco. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That dude was on some next level. By the time we were like, oh, we're gonna buy this old.
Is that the one he's holding in the picture with his mom? That he got like Kmart or something?
Yeah.
There's a Guitar World.
I have a friend who knows the person who owns that guitar.
Owns that actual guitar?
That actual guitar.
Well, there you
like
go.
photos like this of him at 5150, and you got all the Japanese guitars behind him.
That's what he was into. Now there's a Guitar World cover, or some cover where he's holding an old surf guitar as well. I forgot which one it was, but he was so into those. So who knows how many recordings he's done with that stuff, like in the vault, because that's all Brian said he wanted to talk about with these old guitars. He was obsessed with these old, 70s, 60s Japanese guitars. Which is pretty odd, right? Because, but those guitars are pretty amazing. I don't know. I've had a few, and it's like,
yeah. Well, when you would come to Subway Guitars, that's what all the stuff there was. That stuff.
and that's what Fat Dog was into. Like he's like, yeah, Les Pauls, blah blah blah. These are the ones, right? He'd always freak out because they are special, man. They have those gold foil pickups. There's so many different sounds, you know. So
lipstick pickups.
Lipstick, you know, and that's, you know, that dude. His energy was all about finding the next sound and working on tones, and you know, never ended with that dude, you know.
Mm-hmm. But here's a photo of Edward with. That's basically that new reissue guitar. Is that
he never played?
That he posed with, but you never saw him playing it. No.
Thank you. $2,100 for a guitar he's never played. No, Ripley, bro, that Ripley.
Oh, lost Dave. No.
Yeah, I love the Ripleys too. I tried to get Ripley on my show, and he wouldn't come on the show. He's like, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. You know, Steve Ripley. So he wouldn't come on, but he was a cool dude.
That's the stuff I love. Is all the stuff no one else cares about. To me, it's cool. You know, I want to know the most minute details. To me, are what make the stuff I care about interesting.
Yeah.
And how many guitar Kramers do you have, Johnny?
All of them.
Legit ones, just a couple. I had to get rid of most of them over the years. I used to buy stuff off eBay and throw them together. Remember when you would come and see my band play, like at Blake's on Telegraph, like 20 years ago? You came to one of my gigs and you were like, Johnny, you were yelling. I was playing like a Kramer that I threw together that night.
Again, I was so high back then, Johnny.
Back then?
I've been smoking over a year. I don't smoke anymore.
Oh, wow.
So, but no, that's all we did at Soundwave. You know what I mean? And then whenever I wanted to stop, Chuck Billy would show up. Hey, man, you got to smoke? I'm like, no, man, I'm cool. You're going to say no? I'm like, and then you can't disrespect, like, you know, all these well-known musicians, you know, when you wanted a break, there's no break, you know, so how horrible. But anyways, no, I do remember Blake's. I don't remember your guitar, though. I remember you always had like all kinds of Frankenstein guitars, right? So
yeah, I wish I had all that stuff now. It'd be great for my shows, but unfortunately, I had to get rid of all that stuff.
How about that delay pedal? Is it the Boss delay? What kind of pedal? The new one that came out, Van Halen one?
Yeah, there's two of them. There was a Van Halen version and a regular version.
What's the feedback on that? Is that a nice pedal? What'd you think?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing pedal. You use it with 3 amplifiers, and you get the wet, dry, wet sound of ping-ponging delays, and the Van Halen one actually has his settings in it, so you get his exact sounds.
To me, that's worth it. You know what I mean? Like that's what he used, and that's his sound, his settings. I'm like, let's try that. Like that's workable, you know. Whereas not to diss on the Kramer, but he never played that shit. If you want to look at like him in a picture, sure, but that is usable stuff, right? That delay pedal looks amazing. You played it though, John?
Yeah.
Have you played it, Ron?
No, I have not.
How many Van Halen guitars do you have?
Just 2.
Just 2. Which ones are they? The EVH?
I have a Charvel, one of the Art series, and then I have oh my God, most of my guitar. I got 109 guitars. Most of them are in storage. I only got 30 here. So.
You're slipping, bro.
What?
No, Steven, can you show them your green guitar that Jason got you?
I'm not at my house. I'm down the street at my mom's house.
Oh, okay. Steven's got a really cool Jason Becker green. Is a Vader? What's it called? A Vader?
Vader, yeah. Headless.
What do you think of that guitar?
I love it. Dude, it's so bitching and big on planes. It's like, without the headstock, it's like that big. Oh, is that a violin? No, it's a guitar. It freaked me out at first because I'm like, where's the rest of it? Dude, that guitar is so comfortable to play. I mean, everyone gives me shit for it, but it is a great guitar. And,
they're influenced by the Steinbergers, right?
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. And you had Jeff Babbitt's on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an old friend of mine, that dude. That dude met him through Matt Blackett, and when we were on tour with the Black Eyed Peas, he gave me a bunch of guitars. And so he came to a show where we played with them, and I'm like, hey, you got to introduce you to the guitar player, Tim. So then so you see the Black Eyed Peas, you'll see Tim playing Babbitt's guitars. And that dude's he's cool as hell, that guy, man. I had no idea his connection to Ed through Steinberger. I had no idea, bro. I found out watching your show. Like, I had no idea he was Ed's guy. So, because everybody wanted those guitars because of Ed, right? 5150.
Yep.
Yeah. What did he have to say? Did he say anything cool?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was the whole history about the trans tremolo unit and just the whole headless guitar thing. It was cool.
That's amazing. That's true. I had no idea. He's super cool. And
See, I'm a Jackson fan.
Oh, nice.
That's what most of mine are, Jacksons. I've been a Jackson fan since '84. So
Ibanez, Wizard, done. Good. And my favorite, though, has got to be my Inve Strat. I love that thing.
There you go. Can you play it like him?
I don't think I want. No. Nobody can play. He gets a lot of heat, but I've had so many people just harp on him for this reason or that reason. But like, here you go. What? Here you go.
Friend of
Savage, like
a friend of mine,
like a rock. Or
a friend of mine.
All he does is play fast, no feeling. I'm like, maybe you didn't feel like practicing, because the man's got listen to Icarus Dream Suite.
Yeah,
he hangs on a note for a year, and it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I've been lucky enough to see him like up close playing, and his use of vibrato is staggering. It really is. It's like you can talk whatever you want about his personality or this, that, or another thing, but when you give that man a guitar, he will kick your ass. He really will. I mean, he's a lot. He's got a lot going on in those hands.
A friend of mine, Jim Dofka, had the band Dofka, and he opened up for Inve for almost a year. And he's sounds a lot like him too. But,
wow.
Yeah, if it's there, he's on YouTube. Just look up Dofka, Dofka.
Yeah, my buddy Kenny Baker, he worked for him for years as a guitar tech, road manager. And I've built out all the Marshall more than once with him, for fun. And I've just gotten to see some incredible things. And
he was just here in Ohio or over in Pennsylvania not too long ago. It was more of a it was the whole wall of Marshalls in the back, but it was just him, and it was like he play a little and take questions.
Oh, that's cool.
It was kind of neat.
He's interesting. I've been lucky enough to be around him more than once, and he's been really cool to me. And
I gotta say, I love Inve. Those first three records,
Marching
are like
Out,
Revolutionary, Rising Force, and Trilogy. And I saw him on the Trilogy tour in '86, and I was like floored. I'm like, this is the best.
Marching Out destroys.
Yeah, but to me, Trilogy was because I saw that tour, and I was so blown away by him. I thought it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Right, nothing ever better than that. And then after that, he got in that car wreck. Right, remember that?
The stitches are immense.
Yeah. So I don't think after that his playing is really good, but to that level, like he made a deal with the devil before when Trilogy that was on some, it was next level because Odyssey was cool and all the records after that have been all right, but Trilogy that was another he was on another level, that dude, And after the accident, I've never been. It wasn't the same as it was when I saw him at the Henry J. Kaiser. It was like watching the devil play a guitar. It wasn't real. Like his right hand. It was like this bananas. And then when I saw him with Jolene Turner, the songs were really good, but the playing, like that song "Crying" off the Trilogy, whenever someone says he plays too much, listen to that song, because that is all emotion, man. That song is like beautiful. So it's like I can't say nothing about. I'm not a fan of Inve singing or Inve playing the blues, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like he's a little bit too much, and you know I almost got kicked out of an Inve show. Me and my homie, he came out and we were yelling at him every time the you know between the songs we would yell Elvis, Elvis, donuts. And he was security kind of like came up to him. We had to hide. We were fucking because he was such a dick.
Gotta be that guy, Dave.
Oh
he
my
said,
God.
well, he said something about Jason. He said, you know, oh, that label, that dude, that everyone sounds like me or something. Just a total dick. So I was kind of a young, you know, and I'm like, fuck that guy. So I would say things like that because, you know, you can't talk about my buddy. And yet, you know, because the reality is Jason was influenced. We've all been influenced by that. He was such a phenomenon. You know, Inve changed the world, you know. He changed the guitar. After Ed, it's Inve, you know. And then, but I wish he was just more humble than he was. You know, he would be a lot more loved, right?
Oh, dude,
because Ed is humble. He's always been like, it's not me, it's somewhere else. You know, he's always been.
Dude, talk to Marty Friedman, man. He's the sweetest person in the world. I mean,
yeah,
Bitchy, all those guys. Steve Morse, total gentleman. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, sometimes
Inve
that's the one thing I wish he'd pull out of. Is just if he could lose some of that. I think his numbers would increase massively. Really, I mean, he
did.
It's okay to be amazing and still be cool and nice. You know, it's like the one thing he doesn't have to do is prove shit to anybody. He doesn't. I mean, he paved the road that we're all that I drive on. You know, I can tell you where I was the day I heard the Steelers solo. I know to the second. And it was like hearing for me, that was the voice of God. It really was. It was like, holy, I was interested in guitar, but I didn't put all my chips in. I heard that Steelers solo. I'm like, straight to guitar lessons, you know, digging through my dad's classical records and just really, my brain just musically just went from this to the big band.
Was that Hot on My Heels?
What's that?
Was that the beginning to the intro to Hot on My Heels?
Attaboy. Ding, ding, ding.
You know, dude, that was funny about that
revolution. The beginning acoustic and then just destroying. And since then, I've heard tapes of him, the bootlegs from Sweden when he's like 16 years old. You know what he sounds like? Inve. Destroying. Absolutely crushing. There's versions of some of these songs that came out years later with Swedish vocals. Dude, and he is a beast, and you realize you're listening to as Jason, a child, who can, you know, the one thing about people like Jay and Inve was being that young. Chops are cool. I've seen kids crush guitars when it comes to chops, but no emotion whatsoever. They go to bend a note, and they fall to earth like a goddamn rock. And Jason had that ability. Inve had that ability, and that's what really amazes me the most about players like that. I mean, anyone can learn music by numbers, but to be that young and have that kind of depth, it just doesn't happen. It's not learned.
So the story about that Steelers song is back in the day, Jason's dad used to tell his friends, I think I told Johnny this story. Jason's dad used to tell his friends, hey, my son can play Eddie Van Halen, Eric Clapton can play anything. And so his co-workers like, oh, yeah? It's like you're showing off about your son. If he's that good, tell him to learn this song. So he had him do that song, that Steelers solo, and made it like on a record 45, sped the track, right? So Jason, as a little 15-year-old kid, heard that and like learned it that fast. So this is before Rising Force came out, right? So when Rising Force came out, he could play that shit already without even thinking about it because he learned how to play it twice as fast. He had no idea it was somebody who was playing a trick. That's how he became such a freak. You know what I mean? And that's how. So it's like limitations.
Like Buckethead.
When you hear somebody play, you're like, oh, I can never do that, or but you know what I mean. If you have no limitation, if you don't even know that's possible, then everything's possible. So he played fast. That was the rumor growing up here in Richmond, where we're from. Was there was a guy in the neighborhood that could play faster than Inve, right? That was before I even knew, dude. I used to hear about, because there's so many guitar players in this area, like Gary Holt from Exodus, Kirk Hammett used to live up the street in El Sobrante. The Bay Area has a lot of guitar guys. Mark Biederman was the guy who taught Les Claypool. All these legendary guys. So we all had a bunch of nerds, friends, and there's a guy named Jason Becker who could play faster than Inve. And when I got to know him, I asked him, and that's what happened. Somebody played a practical joke, and he ended up learning it. And that's why he became so technical. Like, it was easy for him to play like that. You know, you heard him do the Hot for Teacher, Sweep Arpeggio Hot for Teacher.
Oh, it's stupid.
So it's bananas. So he had no limitations. He could do whatever on that thing, you know. But he was much more than that. That was when he was young. He's such a composer. He's such a, like, he has melodies and songs in his head, you know, because his dad taught him all that classical stuff. And, you know, he's still learning, man. He still listens to new Indian, like, music, you know, different scales. And he's such an interesting cat, man. He never stops. He's just, you know, and right now he loves, like, funk. He loves funk, you know, all the, you know, old school. Who knows if he'd be playing right now, he'd be probably playing with, like, you know, somebody, Lenny Kravitz or somebody. Who knows? Like, he would be all about funk stuff, you know. He loves old school.
Who was the funk bass player in the 70s that had the star, the guitar, the glitter star?
Is that Bootsy Collins?
That's it.
Bootsy Collins.
Yeah. That's it.
He did some stuff with Buckethead.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Buckethead. Yeah, I'm that guy too.
So going to Jason's back then, he would listen to Sean. What's his name?
Sean Lane.
Sean Lane. There's a record of him playing with tablas, all Indian instruments. Did you guys ever hear that?
I have that on DVD.
Jason was amazing. Super. He was like, man, I wish I could play. I want to do this. He was so into it, man.
Yeah, when people talk about guitar players and this guy's good and this guy's the best, I'm like, I just dropped the Sean Lane card. And everyone's like, who? I'm like, oh, conversation over. I mean, that dude was, dear God. And he was just as good a piano player as he was a guitar player. I mean, I remember hearing the powers. Actually, I saw a Paul Gilbert seminar, and I was asking him about guitar players that he's into. I'd never heard of Sean Lane. He's all, find the powers of 10. Find it. And I found it, and that was another earth-shattering moment of just incredible playing, but incredible depth in composition. If anyone listening doesn't own that record, go buy the goddamn thing. It's incredible. Pieces like Great Piano, Flying, Esperanto. Sean Lane was probably one of the best guitar players to ever walk on this planet. And that's no BS. And then you see him play piano and you go, are you kidding me? That dude was one of the deepest people I've ever seen musically in my life. I cried like a girl when he passed away. And, you know, people like him and Jason and these other dudes, thank you. I mean, I wish I was that person. I really do. I practiced my ass off for hours in the bedroom, screaming at a music chart. And, you know, then I'd see people like Jay at 15. When was the first Cacophony tour I saw? How old was he? 18? 17?
18.
It was earth-shattering. Yep. I'd never seen. He was so accomplished, and it was so. That's the one comparison when I watch him and Ed is how happy they were on stage and how easy they made it look. And they always look really playful. It's like I see a lot of these shrapnel cats and a lot of the the jazz nerds, and you could tell they were at the peak of their ability and they were struggling. You know, you could see the intensity in their hands and on their face. You'd watch Jason playing shit, and you're like, freaking yo-yo. He's laughing, he's giggling, he's kicking stuff, and he's doing all. And it's like, and just destroying the poor guitar. And Edward was the same way, man. Look at those old Van Halen films, and you're like, dude, you're changing the world, and you're just. It was so. I love that stuff, and I remember even Jason Spawn made the same comparison when she saw him, because there was always that playfulness in their playing and in their stage performance. It's crazy that he could play such incredibly technical, neoclassical, Stravinsky, whatever influence, and somehow incorporate humor into it. And it was the dude had a deep well, man. Like, sorry, I mean, it talks so much, but fuck, I love this shit. So I really do. You know, like, I mean, man, I'm so lucky. I'm one of those lucky people who not only saw him play live twice, but got to meet him 4 times. You know, I'm just like, dude, that's just crazy. You know, so coming full circle and meeting Dave and the family and, you know, eating cookies on their couch, it's like, what the hell happened to my life? Whatever. I'm grateful. You know.
I gotta go to a rehearsal, but it was good to talk to you guys.
Cool.
Johnny,
I'll be up there next week, Dave. Will you be there?
I heard something about Herman Lee or something.
Yeah, Herman's playing Saturday. And I'm going to take him up to the house to meet Jay for the first time.
Cool. I'll swing by and see what's up.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to go to rehearsal. I got to go to, you know, a bunch of whatever music stuff. But who's pissing right now?
What's that?
They were in the bathroom in there.
That was a sink.
Jesus. You guys have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourself,
you,
Johnny. Is it good to see everybody except for Johnny?
See you later, Dave.
Not that cool to see you.
I'll see you soon, man. I'll see you soon.
Guitar Center driving everybody crazy. Here, let's play guitar. Not buy shit. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace.
All right, see you, man.
See you, buddy.
Dave Lopez.
Johnny, thank you for a wonderful evening. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome, man.
I will keep you up to date on everything. As soon as I have that footage ready, I will give it to you and do whatever it's yours.
Thank you, dude. I'm ready. I can't wait to see
too.
it. Share it out. Everybody's gonna love it. I
was actually the footage that Jason had. I was able to have it cleaned up a bit too from the original video version. Recently, our friends from the Pumpkins, Trace and Jeff, they hooked me up with a friend of theirs who I gave him the footage, and he was able to clean it up and give it, just make it a bit more crisp. So it's a bit more clear, and you can see much more definition in Edward's face and in his hands and in everything. So it'll be a little bit better version than what you initially saw before. So
cool.
Yay.
Cool. I'm excited.
Then I'll let you guys go too. I got to go have dinner with the family, and I will be calling you about some Van Halen stuff. I need your expertise. See if we can help a buddy out.
You got it.
You guys are the guys. So, and if you ever need anything, let me know. Please give me a call. Just, you know, this goes both ways. You help me. You need something, call me. I'm always up.
Maybe I'll see you, man.
I would love that.
I'll see you soon. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Call my people.
We'll talk.
My people is me. Call his people.
If anyone ever needed a people, I'm that guy. So between a real job and 2 rock stars,
do lunch sometime. So.
Do lunch or say Starbucks. I'm in, man.
Go In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out.
So I got one 3 minutes from my pad. We're cool.
I'm not going there anymore.
Oh, bad experience.
I had a bad experience there last night. It was weird.
That's the one.
Yeah. I'm going to Carl's Jr. No, just kidding. Dude, thank you again. We'll be in touch.
Absolutely.
And I'll see you soon. Okay?
Well, we'll definitely meet at NAMM. So
yes.
And then sometimes I work the vintage guitar show for my other guy. We usually do a setup there. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm not sure if we're doing something this year, but that'd be kind of fun to see some really cool stuff. So, you know what I'm talking about. So,
yes.
Okay. You kids have a good night. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Same here.
Jason and his family really appreciate everything. We really do.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm predicting between $500,000 and $750,000.
Dude, that happens.
It's documented right here, so we're good.
Dude, that would be.
If Ron sells all his guitars and his house
and my car,
he'll still be saving.
Yeah.
No, the auctions are scary, man. When we did the first one, I could barely watch it. it was nerve-wracking. Herman was doing something live on air with Bumblefoot, and I would chime in periodically. It was like still, it was like standing on the edge of a cliff, just waiting for someone to drop me. And it's like, but we did good, and I think we're gonna kill it. I really do. It's definitely a phone call I am so excited to make. You know, if I can call the family and go, hey, guess what? Plus, my biggest dream has been crushing that $1 million mark, and right now with everything brought in, it's somewhere in the 700 area. This would just throw me over the top, and you know, that would just. It's been if I can say, you know, I want to make that fucking phone call. So sorry for my language. Johnny, you guys are great. Have a good night. Talk soon.
Talk soon, man.
Later, buddy.
Bye-bye. Oh, he just left. Oh, there he goes. Okay. He's like, I'm going to leave.
That's one way to exit the show.
Goodbye.
Anything about ending the stream. You're just going to leave.
I left already. I'm gone. He's a good guy, man. I met him at the NAMM show. Of course, Dave Lopez I've known for 20 years, you know. And yeah, you guys, he gives me crap, but I mean, that's how it's always been. But we really do have a great time hanging out. He's an actual friend, you know. You guys want to know my actual friends, those guys, and Ron.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay, you guys, if you're just getting here, we have a lot of people here. If you're just getting here, rewind the video, watch the video. We talked about the Sammy Hagar tour coming up with Satriani. Talked about the Jason Becker, Edward Van Halen, Wolfgang guitar up for auction. But let's do a quick giveaway. Actually, let's say thank you to our channel members first, because once we do the giveaway, everybody's out of here. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows, you guys. Thank you. There we go. All right, we're giving away Van Halen Life magazine here. We got 78 entries. We're giving this away. There we go. So if you want to win this, all you got to do is participate in the chat. And if you want to type a number 1 right now, that'd be fine too. Let's make sure everybody says something in the chat. Just say anything in the chat. Say anything in the chat right now. Type 1 in the chat right now if you're watching this. We want to make sure everybody gets included in the giveaway. There we go. Type a number. Let's see. And then, yeah. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow from somewhere, maybe. But definitely, we were talking about maybe doing a show Thursday. An Amazon show, maybe. We'll see. Follow me on Amazon. Fridays, we do talking guitars. We talk all things guitars. Every guitar there is, we talk about. So join us Fridays for that. And then Saturdays, we do a show called Saturday Night, but the card is gone. I deleted it. It's not even here. So
that was with the new music. Oh no, Friday's the new music.
Friday has the new. Well, the music's from 9 years ago, but yeah, new as a theme on the show. Yeah, I don't know. The card is gone. I'm gonna have to re-upload it. And then you guys know Sundays I do guitar ASMR. I do product reviews, demos, sometimes interviews too. So keep it here, as Michael Anthony says. Watch another video. All right, 85 entries. Look at that.
There you go.
All right, you guys ready? All right, Life Magazine Van Halen goes to... The winner is Janice Lala.
Janice, you want to send yourself a tweet to remind you that you won?
Janice, send a tweet. You win. Janice Lala, Life Van Halen magazine.
Way to go, Janice.
There you go.
How you doing?
Congratulations, Janice. Yay! All right. All right. Let's see. All right, we're out of here. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. And thank you again. Smash that thumbs up. Ron?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. Anytime. I'll see you Friday and Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And then
everybody, thank you. Sorry I didn't answer a bunch of questions in the chat, but you know, there was important stuff to talk about. So we gotta get Jason some good money on that guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason. We love Jason. You guys. All right. I will see you guys later. Johnny Bean TV.
Peace out,
right?
everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Janice, you won. Send me a tweet. All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, hi. I see somebody.
Hey, this is Johnny. Can you hear me?
Johnny.
Hey. Hey, hey, good man. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Cool. Sammy.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi,
You want to film? You can film all you want, man.
Hey,
What do you want me to tell you in that camera?
Hey,
happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks. I'm Johnny Bean. I've met you a few times.
Johnny Bean?
Johnny Bean. Oh, yeah,
hey, Johnny Bean, Sammy Hagar here, man. Congratulations.
There you go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!